we did it again.
Hey, Night Beans.
We did it again, son.
Night Beans.
Another Beans. Hassan's got a robe on.
Hey, it's a good day. That's how you know.
That's how you know, guys. If Hassan's robed up,
I totally meant to put on a shirt, and then I just got too high and I forgot.
Fuck yeah.
So
Atlantic City Beaners, what's up?
Hey.
What's up, baby? AC. New Jersey. What's up, baby? Thanks for coming. You're new Beaners. We appreciate you. And we haven't really met you yet, but we know you're good people.
Right. So to all the Beaners out there, fucking thank you.
Oh yeah, we're on episode 101, baby.
101. We're on the flip side.
We off that shit. We off that first 100. Done with that.
Get it out of here.
Move on.
Yeah.
We on to the next 100, nigga. It's gonna be, just know this next 100 episodes. We got something for your ass.
So then we gotta talk about episode 100 first.
Let's talk about episode 100 first.
Yes, I watched Jumanji.
Move on to the future. What'd you say you did? What?
I watched Jumanji.
Oh, because that was episode 100. Mm-hmm. What'd you think?
I had a very good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun movie. Fun movie.
How quick, right? Just goes by.
Yeah. You know what I thought was what made it great is that the rules were just genius. It was like the rules of the game.
Man, the rules were serious, bro.
Yeah, all it was is you had to get to the end.
Yep.
And all you had to do to get to the end is roll your dice.
Just had to keep rolling, which is fine. Which just makes it an easy game.
It's impossible. It sends everything in your way possible to stop you from rolling.
Yeah. Genius
game idea. It's simple.
What happens if Robin Williams gets blasted in the face?
Hey, you lost, bro. Sometimes you lose games. You don't win every game. You don't win every game. Hey, Tom Brady lost some games,
You're gonna bring up Tom Brady.
He lost some games.
He lost 2 games that really mattered. 3
games. He got lucky. He didn't win a game. He got lucky. He won the game.
He kept rolling.
Yeah, he kept rolling. They kept rolling. It seemed to be, and the second rule, which they didn't state, but seemed to be a rule in the movie, is that they had to play the game where they started playing. They never rolled outside the area they played.
Yeah, he did. Homeboy rolled when he tried to cheat, and he grew a tail.
That's the only time, but the game didn't allow that to happen.
No, nigga, they rolled at homegirl's house once.
Did they? No, they didn't.
No, she passed out.
She passed out. They rolled, and he carried her back to their house. Every time they rolled, they were in the exact same spot where they started the game. They were in the house.
Or in a different part of the house. They moved to
in the house. In the house.
Because remember, it was in the attic, and then it went to the living room.
And there were times where they didn't need to go back. They could have just rolled.
Yeah.
But no, they needed to.
I'm trying to, because I never even thought about, okay, every roll was in the house, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Every legal roll was in the house.
Do you think that was a rule?
No, but it sort of became a rule. Do you feel what I'm saying?
It definitely built, I didn't even know, I never noticed it.
It built the tension because they had to go back because they couldn't just, because I thought through the movie, why don't they just roll? Like, they're all 4 of them are together, the hunter's chasing them, just, hey, quick roll, it's your turn.
Yeah.
They don't do that. And so, implicitly, whether or not they meant it or not, one of the rules of the game were you have to roll where you played the game. And that's also pretty genius.
Yeah.
That's pretty genius. It's everything in the only goal is you have to get to the end, but every time, everything in the world is trying to stop you, and you have to roll where you played the game, and that's it.
That's dope. I like the new, I wish the new Jumanji had something to do with the board game. I know it's like video games because it's up to date, but like, man, watching the board game, it's like, nigga, the rules of the board game are sound.
Yeah.
Like, you're right, bro. Them bitches, it's also an easy game to win. If you stay alive, you keep rolling, you 100% will win the game.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like 100% fact you win the game.
Right.
It's just really hard to stay alive.
I think that's why one of the factors, obviously, that makes this movie so good is that the rules of the game are never broken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that sort of level of detail, that shit matters in a good movie. It's the difference between a good movie, entertaining, and a great, iconic movie.
Good point.
You know what I mean? It's just that extra thing.
Yep. That's why, like, bro, Hobbs and Shaw. Now, relax. Everybody calm down before we get mad at me. Hobbs and Shaw is it's a good movie. I really genuinely think, bro, that's a really good movie. Mm-hmm. It was a fun, entertaining, they stuck to their world, and they're in their world, and it's awesome.
Yes. Big fan.
Big fan as well.
Big fan.
Look, you saw Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Big fan.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
It's not iconic.
No.
For that exact reason.
Right. There isn't that thing that's like, oh man, that's like just the writing. That's really good writing. That's a genius idea.
With the same level of adventure and fun of a Hobbs and Shaw.
It's genius and it's original today. I watched that like, damn, no one writes shit like this.
No, not no more.
No one writes shit like
90s,
this.
everything came out.
I mean, there was a lot of bad shit in the 90s too. But like
the original shit though, fool.
this is original. This is real deal original. Real deal original.
Watch some person saying, no, there's another movie. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is real deal original with Robin Williams as an action hero, which, I mean, man, you just want to talk about a guy's range. His range is as big as that vine swing he took. You know what I mean? Like, his range is like, damn, you could just do anything.
You can do everything.
You can do anything. There are moments in there where he's like just an amazing actor. Like the moment where he realizes that his parents don't live there anymore.
Yep, and everything clicks.
Shit's real, dude.
Yeah,
Shit's
man.
like, damn, how do you do that?
He's great.
How do you do that?
He's great.
He's great. He's great. The generational talent once in a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Man, we don't have a movie star like him right now. We don't have no nigga right now that's like doing the most iconic comedies, the most iconic action adventures, and this nigga is doing the most iconic drama.
Iconic, dramas. Yeah,
I'm saying at the same time.
Yeah.
That's all the night. I'm talking about, bro, Aladdin, this, Good Will Hunting, that's all in like a 4-year span.
What's it called? Oh my God, Dead Poet Society.
Dead Poet Society, Patch Adams, that's in all 90s. We're talking iconic roles, son. You can bring them up, niggas gonna know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and 3 hugely different genres.
Oh, crazy genres.
Wild.
Crazy drama from drama.
Right.
I mean, oh man, you're like to action adventure to animated
right.
to and this is in like a 5-year run, and all those movies I named, by the way, were original concepts.
Yeah.
Those movies had not come out before.
Yeah.
We had not seen any of those.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that nigga was good as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Door guy at the Comedy Store. He used to fucking be like 2 drink minimum. Hey, no fucking pictures.
Ooh. Man. We gotta talk about what the comment that the Beaners kept
All right.
leaving. The Beaners. Hey, we talked to you guys.
Beaners.
We talked to you guys, and 100 episodes in, you guys are finally talking back. And we appreciate it. Keep calling us on our shit. Because what did you forget, Derek?
The motherfucking dad was the hunter.
Yeah, that's a big thing. What are you talking about? You act like that's some detail that's not important to the movie when it's literally Robin Williams' main driving force.
Oh my God.
That's your fault. Don't get mad at them.
Hey,
these aren't nerds. These
know
are
what?
good people
Let me say
doing
this.
the Lord's work.
Let me say this. Oh, you banners? Because it sucked my dick. but that whoever does the makeup and costuming for that movie did an amazing job.
That's some real shit. I watched that like, damn, dude. If they hadn't called you out, I would have no idea.
My dog.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the Jumanji 1995 costume and makeup person.
Oh, also, what's great about this is that the special effects are unbelievable.
Still really good.
Unbelievable.
Still hold up.
The puppets, because now you can see
Stampede?
it more. Yeah, now you can see it more, but it's like the CGI, especially for that time.
Stampede was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Stampede
really
looks good.
It really was.
Monkeys look good.
It really was.
David Allen Greer's great.
It was just it was good. This is the reason. This is the okay. I get why. I get why. All right, I get why everyone loves it. I get it.
You get why we do this podcast now,
I
huh?
finally get it. Right. Hey, what do you think this?
When would you have ever watched Jumanji, bro?
No, probably not.
Ever.
My whole life, and then people would be like, "Well, you never seen Jumanji," and then we would have fucking.
And you die.
Yeah.
But aren't you glad you just saw it?
Yeah, I am.
That makes me happy because I'm like, now you know what, bro? This podcast, we don't benefit anything at all in the universe other than my nigga gets to not die.
Have not seen Jumanji.
Have not seen Jumanji. And you know what? You're bad. Like, will your life be better? Probably not.
No, but I seen Jumanji.
You've seen it and your heart felt good for an hour and 30 minutes.
What do you think its Rotten Tomato score was?
Critics?
Yeah.
Nigga, fuck critics, nigga. I'm going to say, probably, bro, these bitch ass niggas probably gave it like 60 or something.
54. 50.
And I was saying y'all were bitch ass niggas with 60. So just to know, 54, what was the audience score?
I didn't even look at I was so disgusted.
I didn't bring, we have nothing
Oh,
to look it up either.
you know what? I have my thing. All right. Well, what do you think the audience score is? What do you think it is? It's got to be a high 90s.
92.
You think low 90s?
92.
All right. I'll say a little higher, a little like 95.
Go, what is it?
Jumanji.
Type in original because only that's going to come up. The other movie. Hey, go see Jumanji, guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Hart that they do bankroll this podcast, The Rock. And they bankroll us, so thank you guys.
Jumanji, Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, 62.
Wait. From the people?
Yeah.
Let me see that. I don't believe you, bro.
That's wild.
Let me tell you something. Universe.
Wild.
Let me tell you something. All 975,205 of you can suck my dick. You're fucking wrong. What do you know?
And that's Jumanji. Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And follow us on Instagram at Spoil the Beans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us from
Poston, Sanamad.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
We back.
We're back.
We did it again.
We came back.
Who was that voice?
I don't know. Sometimes you go for a shot and you miss it. I'm still reeling from the fact that 100,000 people thought Jumanji was 62% enjoyable.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? That makes me so fucking mad, bro. What?
You know what? I thought I understood the people, and I don't get them.
Bro, I thought I got people too, fool. I was like, there's no way people don't. I was like, of critics, whatever. I know critics can be.
Yeah.
There's no way human beings like our everyday people who listen to podcasts, or everyday people, went and saw Jumanji and were like, yo, that Stampede was bullshit. It's like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Nigga, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. To give it context, remember that thing that we looked up? That movie that I'm Tired of White Chicks? That got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, yeah, there's a movie out there called I'm Tired of White Chicks, starring nobody. Starring absolutely no one you know ever.
I don't know how we found it, but we found it.
And, bro, that movie, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it killed
Fucking Jumanji people were like, suck.
Yeah.
Boo. He wasn't a genie or whatever the fuck you thought he was going to be. What is wrong with y'all?
All right.
All right, let me just, you know what?
We got some dates.
Oh, I'm ready to do some movies.
We got a date that we gotta plug.
We got
just
one date
that we're plugging on this one.
Just one. December 22nd.
La Jolla Comedy Store, 7:30.
You know it. We brought it up. Mm-hmm. If you're a King of the Sting fan, you know it too. Mm-hmm. Guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what a real beaner would do, okay? And I'm not saying you have to do this. But a certain man named Lionel Williams, top beaner.
Oh.
Number one beaner.
Oh.
Been number one beaner. Step up your beaner game, guys. Flying out from wherever the fuck he lives. Has he told me before? Absolutely. Do I
forgot?
Remember?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course we don't know where you live, bro. You don't know where you live, but you had to fly. And my nigga, that's top beaner shit. Beaners! I'm not asking you to fly. I'm just saying what top beaners do. Okay? But now, if you live in San Diego, nigga, get off your motherfucking ass and come see some comedy. All right?
Yeah.
Tickets are sold. And we are happy. Hey, to the people who bought tickets already, bro, we are so thankful. Thank you for buying tickets. But we got a lot more tickets to sell. Motherfucking December 22nd, Sunday.
7:30, La Jolla Comedy
Store. La Jolla Comedy Store in the sweet, sweet town of San Diego where me and this guy started doing comedy. This is big for us, man. This is a big deal for us. This is like home. So, guys, if you can, December motherfucking 22nd, 7:30, San Diego, Southern California area. Bro, come on out, bro. We know this is where most of our listeners are anyway, so come on out, support your boys. It would mean the fucking world. Buy that ticket, just $10. Buy that ticket, bro. $10, and I swear to God, you're getting a show. You're getting a show. This guy featuring Brian Simpson opening, Sam Lopez getting it started. All right? We're talking about a motherfucking show, guys. Brian Simpson from Your Mom's House, from Lights Out. From the new Netflix show that's about to come out. You don't even know about it, nigga. You can catch him. You can see him before he's the most famous comedian in the world. Okay? Guys, come on out. Come on out. San Diego. It will mean the world. Every other date, check Brendan Schaub's calendar, motherfucker. Come on, you know that. We there. Gang, gang, buzz, buzz. Hassan?
Yes.
You want to do a movie? It's up to you. It's up to you. Know what? Hey, think about it. It's up to you. I'm going to get a little sip of water. It's your call today. We can walk off right now.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's
Your call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
What?
We got to do something first.
Oh, what the fuck? What did we forget?
real quick,
Yeah.
can you tell me before we start the podcast what you
do this.
think happens
Oh God.
in the motion picture The Good Son?
What? What is this? I've never heard of this.
You read your face. What?
What? That's not a real movie.
Sam also never heard of it or seen it
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. The fuck? The fuck happens in The Good Son?
If you say a racist thing, I'm gonna punch you in the face. But make that honest guess. Make an honest guess.
It's a black movie.
No, I'm just saying. Usually when you don't,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Can we hold on 2 seconds? Can we hold on 2 seconds?
Fire up the racism.
No,
Let's just get
wait, stop it. Stop firing it up.
We
Stop firing up your racism. No.
Street gang.
No, God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn, fine.
So we're
Will you
doing-
stop it? Will you
This is
stop
a
it?
street gang.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying,
Yeah.
before you keep going
Okay.
with your racism, you
Okay.
son of a bitch.
So,
hold on, I was just saying.
This guy is a big
son of a bitch.
drug dealer. he's a Derek. He deals drugs.
Oh, God, you
in the
fucking
hood.
asshole.
Because it's tough. Life is hard.
You are a bad
It's a
guy.
jungle out there.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
And he has maybe
I'm so sorry about this penis.
he has some kids. And you know what? Is it a drug dealer or is it like a single mom who has a bunch of kids? And one of them is like really smart. They live in the hood, obviously.
You are the most racist son of a bitch.
And she has all.
Put him after this, Spike Lee.
Yeah, she has
God
all,
damn it.
Yeah, she has all the she has.
Does
one
she
of her
deal
sons-
drugs?
No. One of her sons is like brilliant.
Does one of the sons deal drugs?
Yes, definitely. There's got to be the bad son.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
And at first he tries to stay out of the world, but he ends up in the world, and he just gets lost in that. The selling drugs game.
Oh, God.
You know how at the end of that game everyone always loses?
Yes.
He loses, but he was supposed to be the good son.
Oh, my God.
And that is my version of the good son.
Dude, what is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with your brain?
What's wrong with my brain?
You remember the beginning? When you went on this, before you went on this whole racist tangent, when I was trying to tell you something?
Yeah.
I was just trying to say,
Yeah.
normally when you don't know the movie, you say something racist. And then you went on to prove my point thoroughly, nigga. Before I could even tell you what you were doing.
No regrets, baby. I go down with the ship. I am a captain that goes down with his ship.
God, the first episode, Titanic rubbed off on you hard.
What does that even mean?
You go down with the ship.
I do. Oh, you know what? That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I didn't believe it.
I do
at
comedy
first.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Come out and see
you
it.
feel me not
Sunday,
believing it?
December 22nd.
Yeah, really do come to that. Yeah, but I'll go down with my ship. I'm not gonna make another guess. I don't have that in me.
No, you thought it was this racist thing, and I know you still do.
Yeah.
You think it's some kind of fucking black?
Yeah. Until you prove me wrong.
What is wrong with you?
So how does this movie start, Derek? With some rap music, possibly.
Credits roll.
Yeah.
A piano is playing.
Oh, okay, and they're rapping over the piano. All right, I like it. It's different. It is Spike Lee.
Upbeat, very 90s happy piano music. Very family friendly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
The good.
What year?
95.
Okay. Little 95 kick, huh?
Yep. The Good Son.
Okay.
No, 95. 93. I'm an idiot.
93, okay.
Sorry, 93.
Yeah, dumb.
I knew it was in the early 90s. The Good Son. Credits roll, credits roll, credits roll. Hassan, how long do these credits roll?
Oh,
In a 90s movie like this, how long do these goddamn credits roll?
about 3.5 hours.
Just piano. credits, piano, credits, piano, credits. Is it over? Nope. Piano, credits.
Is it the background is just someone playing the piano?
Happy piano music.
Okay.
Just letting you know. Just getting you there.
But like the visually on the screen.
Just credits.
Just credits. Okay. No
city.
No
Only
city.
difference, no city.
No city. So just on a blank screen.
Blank screen, credits, names coming.
Oh. But try a little harder.
So 90s.
Yeah.
So 90s.
No, at least they had B-roll in the 90s. Come on.
They had B-roll. No, you tell this one, we're like, we're not going to do the B-roll.
Yeah. Oh, we're different. It's still going to be 30 hours long. But we're different.
Camera pans over desert canyons. They could have used just that as B-roll. Good point.
Yeah. You know, sand. How hard is that to film?
We see a little boy just standing on one. He's just looking out.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to, we see our lead, the same little boy, but he's playing soccer.
Okay.
It's a 12-year-old Elijah Wood.
Okay. Distinctly not black.
Distinctly not black. Hands on. Possibly Frodo Baggins, the most not black person of all time.
Yeah, distinctly not black. Well, I've lost faith in my guess.
Of what this movie is?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the happy piano music and Frodo motherfucking Baggins in it?
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Okay, thank you. He's playing soccer with his team, okay? And he's in the middle of a game. He scores. Everybody's like, yeah! He's fucking high-fiving everybody. He sees a man walk up. And he's like, he gets serious. All right? He stops playing. They rush to the hospital, okay?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A doctor tells the man, like a doctor's talking to the man. He's telling him, like, I'm sorry, sir. She's not doing well. We don't know how much longer she's going to make it. And he's just,
Is this Disney?
huh?
Is this Disney?
Ooh, I forgot to look at what that is in the beginning. I don't know.
It
Could be.
feels Disney.
Could be. Actually, well, yeah, could be. 100%. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Good question. I wasn't paying attention to the credits. They definitely told me probably 5 times.
Yeah. He just got lost in the.
Also, young
vibrant
Elijah
time.
Wood, you can see the young star. They were like, wow, they were building this nigga up from the beginning, bro.
He made it. He made the transition.
Oh, did it well.
Very few.
Very few do.
Actually, also like a fair amount. Very few, but a fair amount.
Not as many as because so many kid stars. Look at all the kids who are in things.
Right.
The ones who go on to be fucking like good actors and legit movie stars.
Right.
Crazy. God, he's so good in Sin City. The first one, I love him in that, dude. The Quiet Murderer.
He just had a run.
Oh, dude, he had a great run.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I like the Wilfred show was good. That show was good, bro.
Yeah, I like the first couple seasons. I think that's
It got a little crazy, but the first couple seasons, I mean, Homeboy kills it is our point.
Right.
Consistently been doing the damn thing.
Right, and he's in something now that looks good.
Yeah, he is in something else. So, hospital. He walks into his mom's room while the dad's breaking the bad news. Dad, you haven't seen the Green Mile, so you wouldn't recognize it, but he's one of the good cops in the Green Mile.
I guess.
Other niggas know up to, but like, that nigga is from the Green Mile. He is. So, he goes in the room and his mom's knocked out, in the hospital bed, all wired up. And he sits next to her and he's just fucking, he's good. He can act too. Little Elijah can act. He's fucking all sad. And then she wakes up and she's like, oh, she holds his hand. She's like, his dad told you everything? And he's like, yeah. And then she's like, okay. And then he's like, I know you'll be okay. And she's like, Mark, I'll always be with you. And then he's like, I love you. He starts crying. He's like, I love you. She's like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too, Mom. And then she falls back, like kind of passes back out. And then he whispers, you're not going to die. Right? And he's like, I won't let you die, Mom. Right? He's holding her hand. Yeah, you were like, what? You did not. Yeah. What the fuck is this movie about?
Yeah, where's this going? I don't know.
Starts right away.
Yeah. my upbeat energy has left.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, damn. So what is this, up, nigga?
Yeah. Or does it just, like, not get better? You know what I mean? Is
it a black movie?
Oh, yeah. Is it that kind of black movie? Yeah. Where it's like, ooh, I feel in a mood after this.
So...
Or is this going to take the craziest left turn of all time? You know what I mean?
And this kid sells, like, all the balloons to save his mom's life or some shit.
The fuck. Yeah, there's still that possibility.
Yeah. So, the next scene, he's at the funeral.
Okay.
She died.
All right, so it definitely closes off a lot of possibilities.
And he, as you can imagine,
feels like a failure.
Broken up.
Yeah.
He looks like Steph Curry Game 7 after LeBron, where you're just like, how did that happen?
Right.
Feel that?
No, not really.
Good.
Not really. Analogy was close, but not quite there.
No, because I just want to bring up LeBron. He's great.
Yeah.
Go Lakers. Inside, his dad is saying, so inside his dad's talking to like his brother, like, right? And he's saying how he doesn't want to leave to close this deal, right? He's like,
Right.
he can't leave his son. His mom just passed. He can't leave Whoop, even though he had this big deal planned for Tokyo that they for their business venture, and it's gonna net them a gain at like they
Right.
can't not do it.
Right.
It's too much with Whoop, and then the brothers just convince him, and he's like, I can't leave Mark. He's like, he's family. Leave him with us. We'll take care of him with Whoop.
Right.
And he's like, all right, you're right. I got to do it. So on the drive. Right,
Yeah, isn't it crazy when your wife dies, you still have to go make money?
Gotta keep life goes on, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Life sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because that is how it would go down too, where
Yep.
you're like, she dies right before you were supposed to go to Tokyo to close out this big deal.
Then it's like you need it because you have your house.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you got to take care of it. And now you're just like, well, I gotta, fuck.
And I gotta go.
Can't get fired.
I gotta close this deal. And my wife is dead.
Like my wife that I loved.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
legit.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
not
yeah.
like he's happy about this
We have
either.
a child together.
Yeah.
I gotta figure that out too.
God.
Yeah.
And he's 12. This nigga ain't like 4 where you don't know what's going on. It's like this nigga knows what's
He's
going
through
on.
Some stuff.
Yeah.
Going through some stuff.
So he's playing his Game Boy, which I love. He's playing his Game Boy, and they was like, oh, wow, look at those. I remember those. He's playing his Game Boy the whole ride. And the dad's just trying to talk to him, just trying to bond. And then he goes, I know you're hurting, man, but please just don't shut me out. And he pulls over to try and say anything. And then he looks over, and Frodo's like, she's coming back. He's like, Mark. And then he goes, maybe not as her, but she's going to come back. And he's like, no, buddy, she's gone.
Oh God. Oh God. If this movie goes to where I think it's gonna go, it's gonna be like, what? But I could be wrong. I could be wrong in my head on where I think it's gonna go. But if she comes back as some like fucking cat or some shit, I swear to God. I swear to God.
Never heard of it. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
You got it. You're good. You're good. You're like, why? Because Elijah Wood's in it? Why haven't I heard of it?
Oh my God.
Sam never heard of it?
Oh,
but just know
I
she was
know.
watching like,
Yeah.
like, what? No, they didn't.
Oh God.
Oh, yes, they did.
Oh God. Is it her dog? Is it like?
So, can we just get there? Can we just watch the movie together? Let's have some fun.
Yeah, that is the fun.
You were like, yo, what is this movie? And now you're like, no. And you're like, no. No, they didn't.
Oh, I'm glad I was racist at the top of this. That's what this is. All right, go.
You're so funny. Stop making me laugh. I gotta fucking move. I'm trying to tell a
Oh,
movie.
that's fair. It's my fault.
So, he goes, no, buddy, she's gone. He goes, no, and he gets out his car and he just kind of runs. Mark! And he kind of just cries, right?
All right.
So cut to, they keep driving. Now they're up in the snow and they're driving through the snow. And they drive all the way past this big lake up to a house right on the lake. Beautiful house on the lake.
Right.
And we see another little boy, the back of his head, and he's watching them pull in, right? And then the guy the brother who convinced him to go, he comes out he's got a little daughter too, right? And they say hello, and everybody's like, oh, Uncle Jack, right? They hug. And then Uncle's like, come on, Mark, let me show you the house. And then he comes in, and then he's like, hey, honey, look who's here. And he's like, the little girl's like, Mom. And then we see a white lady come out and hug her. You don't even recognize her either, but she's like the mom. She comes out and she hugs him. She's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's been 10 years since I've seen you. Look at you, So the dude's like, he appreciates him. The dad of Frodo is like, I appreciate you guys for doing this. Thank you so much. And they're like, oh, no problem. And then right then a kid with a Michael Myers mask comes in. He scares. He's like, boo, right? And then they're all like, Henry, get over here, right? And the little kid comes over and they're like, take that off. And he comes down, he takes it off. It's Macaulay Culkin.
Whoa. Whoa.
And you know what Macaulay Culkin I'm talking about? We talking about, nigga, him. It's him. With Elijah Wood, fool.
And nobody's heard of this. No one's ever been like, bro, you gotta watch.
Let me tell you something. You want to hear some numbers?
Yeah.
$6 million budget.
Okay.
No. Yeah, $6 million budget.
Okay.
60 million.
Damn.
People saw it.
Those two can move product.
They moved some weight.
They move some weight.
They're moving fucking cocaine level weight, bro.
Yeah. Well, apparently the cocaine wasn't that good because no one's ever been like, oh, you gotta check.
No one ever.
Yeah.
You want to have something to do with maybe a dog mom, as you called her.
Yeah.
She comes back as a sucking little dog. Oh, that's so funny, bro. So
God damn.
you don't know what's happening in food, do you?
No idea.
And then Macaulay's like, look, man, I made two. And he gives him one. He's like, so we can be brothers. And they put on the mask and they're like, oh, thank you. They start playing.
Right.
So they sit down for dinner and it's lobster. And Frodo's just like, what the fuck? Because he's up in a different place. He's never seen this shit before.
Right.
And, Macaulay's kind of messing with him on the table. And you can tell they're just becoming, they're kids. They're becoming buddies.
Right.
And he shows them how to eat it and they're laughing. And then the dad's like watching. He's happy, right? So the dad, later that night, he goes to leave and he's like, Mark, you understand I'm leaving now so I don't have to do this again. And he's like, it's just 2 weeks, and Frodo's crying. He's like, cheer up. He's like, just play with your cousin and your two cousins, the daughter or whatever, and have a great time. And they hug. He's like, I love you, Dad. He's like, I love you too, buddy. And he drives away. Okay. So the next morning he wakes and he looks outside. Macaulay Culkin's already outside playing. He's already outside fucking having a good time. He's running around.
Right.
And he's like, oh. And then he goes, and as he's running out, he goes and he looks to the right, and there's a door open, and there's like a little baby room. A room that's still like for a baby.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He just kind of looks at it and he's looking around. And he's like, right. And then he goes and he heads back like downstairs. And then the mom's like, because he wants to run out and play too. And then the mom's like, whoa, where are you going? And he's like, oh, I want to go out. She's like, oh, we got to get some food here. You got to eat some breakfast. You got to eat something. And he's like, okay. So he goes to eat and he's eating. And the mom's trying to talk to him and he just kind of keeps looking out at Macaulay who's playing. And he's just like, and then she's like, go ahead. And he's like, thank you. And then he fucking runs and grabs this. Because that feeling, just like, come on, bitch. Let's go. I want to go play, nigga. He's already out there playing. Fuck this.
Yeah, I really felt that.
Oh, you know that feeling.
I really felt that.
You're like, hey, let's go.
That took me back. I felt that.
Right when you see it, you're
oh, God.
Also, both crazy. Both these guys can act.
Good point.
So when you see this, like, man, these two good actors. What's going on? Two good kid actors.
Yeah, what happens?
So...
what could it possibly be?
So he runs out, right? And then right when he runs out, he catches the football. And then he's like, oh, what's up? And then they start playing. He's so happy, right? They go running off. And then he looks at him. Macaulay's like, are you afraid of heights? And he's like, no. He's like, good. See you at the top. And he starts climbing up this tree that like all the way up there's a clubhouse. But it's like, I mean, nigga.
It's up.
It's up.
It's up.
For a kid, adult, I don't know for who you are, nigga, you would be like, right now, you would be like, fuck this.
Right.
This is high.
Right.
Okay? They're climbing. The little sister comes out and she's watching from below. She doesn't climb it. She's watching. And they get all the way to the top. And like Macaulay gets in the clubhouse first. And then as Elijah's going up, the last piece of wood breaks. And he fucking falls, bro. Oh, and then fucking, Macaulay grabs him. He's like, oh, and he's like, ah. And Macaulay's like holding on to him, and he's like, holy shit. Oh, they're screaming. And he's like, man. And he pulls them up, and he's like, if I let you go, think you could fly? And then Elijah's just like, and then they like struggle, they panic, right? And he's just like, what the fuck was that, right? And they're just kind of like laughing. And then they start wrestling, they start playing, they're having a good time.
Okay. I'm so off center right now. Zero clue what's happening.
So they go to an empty warehouse after that.
Right.
And they're throwing rocks and they're breaking all the windows. And it looks like a lot of fun.
Okay.
They're just breaking all these windows at this empty warehouse. And then finally a guy comes in, he's like, hey, what are you kids doing? And they take off running, right? And then he's like, come back, you little bastards. And they're laughing. They're having a great time. And then they head all down a train tracks through a cemetery all the way up to this well. It's like, like an old school well.
Right.
And then Macaulay Culkin, he pulls out a cigarette and he starts to smoke it. And then he hands it to Frodo. And Frodo's like, no, those give you cancer. And then Macaulay goes, who cares? We all die anyway.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. Little, you're 12 though, so relax.
Frodo looks at it and he smokes too and he's coughing. And then Macaulay goes, so, did you see your mom after she died? Did they let you see her? He's like, no, they didn't let me. He's like, I really wanted to. He's like, yeah, adults don't like to talk about death, but it's just science. He's looking at him. He's like, yeah. He's like, I got to take a good look at my brother after he drowned. They let me take a look at his body in the tub. Like, they let me take a look at his body after his skin was all blue. He starts describing it, but he's just saying it all calm.
Right.
And he's like, damn. And then, kids listening, like, damn. And then he talks about his mom and he's saying how your mom's just like this and like all these like things like about her, like rigor mortis and shit, like that he read about. And then he's like, hey, shut up about her. Because you tell Frodo's like, I don't, relax.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll hit you. And then Macaulay looks at him and he goes, try it. I'll throw you down there. It's huge well. And he looks at him. And Frodo looks at him like, I'll knock you out. And then he's like, okay. Sorry, dude. I just, He's like, I don't know what it would be like to have a mom, so I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Are we friends? Right? And then he's like, Elijah's like, friends. Right? They shake. At night, they're still laughing and playing. Everything's cool.
Okay. What? I feel like something else should have happened by now.
So they're laughing, they're giggling in bed. And Dad's like, be quiet, boys. And they keep on laughing and talking. Dad's like, oh, he smiles, right? So he's laying in bed. Elijah goes, Henry, today was fun. And Macaulay's like, tomorrow, it'll be even better. They fall asleep. So the next day, you're so upset. Just stay on center, baby.
Yeah.
It still might be a black movie for all you know.
Yeah.
You didn't know how Hardball started, but when it finally came at you, you were like, oh.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the turn. It's crazy that's been this long.
Hasn't been this long. This movie's an hour and 27 minutes.
Oh, wow. It's crazy it feels this long.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
Oh, yeah, you're milking it?
Oh, I'm milking
like
it.
Hardcore?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
It's funner. It's way funner to tell you this way.
Yeah.
So the next day they're hanging.
I'm upset right now. Like, what's going on?
Just keep listening, baby.
Right.
They're talking comic books.
Relax. I'm in my robe. Relax. I'm in my robe. Everything's good. Relax.
Hanging, talking superheroes that they like.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking on this little bridge. Mm-hmm. A fucking huge dog starts chasing them. And I mean chasing, like a scary dog.
Okay.
They take off, and then fucking Macaulay looks at him and goes, nice knowing you, Henry. Takes off running, sprint. They're fucking running. Fucking Frodo falls. He grabs it like, come on. He grabs it like, run. Finally, they get to a gate, and they close it, and the fucking dog's like, and then fucking Henry, Macaulay Culkin goes to his dog, and he's like, he starts barking back at it, and they're just barking at each other, and then Frodo's like, come on, man, let's go. He's like, and then they leave, and then Henry turns, and he goes, man, I love that dog. And they keep walking. So they go.
I like that.
And they watch Henry's mom, right? And they go and they sneak him on it. Henry's mom's standing over a cliff.
Right.
Huge cliff overlooking the lake. Right? She's just looking out there. You can see she's teared up. And then they go, what is she, what's your mom doing? And he's like,
Henry's
Macaulay Culkin.
Okay.
Mark is Frodo.
Okay.
And he goes, why's your mom there? And he's like, oh, that's where my mom goes to think about Richard, my little brother, the one who died. Right? The one who drowned. And you see the mom, she's just looking out sad. So Macaulay takes Frodo to this cool shed that he has. All right? And inside he has all these like cool toys and gadgets and then stuff that he's made. And he shows him this crossbow that he made, and it shoots bolts, like lug nut bolts, like hard. Like he fucking shoots these things. This kid's pretty smart. All right? And then he shows him how it works, and then he's lining something up. He's like, what are you shooting?
So far, this has just been one thing after another that could kill a child.
The good son.
Oh, God.
You ready?
Oh, God. Oh, God. This is crazy. Is this a weird serial killer kid?
So he shows up, and he's like, what do we shoot at? And then Macaulay Culkin lines up a kitty cat. And he's like, well, don't hit her. Just scare her. And he's like, okay. And he shoots, and it fucking misses her head. All right? And he goes, whoa, great shot. And Macaulay Culkin goes, yeah, but the sight just isn't right yet. And he keeps lining up the sight. Okay? So later.
Whoa.
What's up, buddy?
Whoa, I kind of still did want this to be Dog Mom.
It still might. It still might, baby.
I don't think so. This whole vibe, it don't feel Dog Mommy. Your energy, not from the beginning. That's why I've been off-centered. Your energy isn't Dog Mom.
You don't know what this is, bro. You still don't know.
I still don't know.
You still don't know, nigga.
I still don't know, but I think I have a better idea of what's going on here.
So, Frodo has to talk to a therapist, obviously. They have him lined up with a therapist.
Right.
And she mentions how quiet he is and all this shit. And he finally starts talking about his mom and how it's his fault he let her die.
Okay.
And she's trying to say he did, So he wakes that night and he thinks he sees his mom. And he runs downstairs, and of course it's just the lady he's with now.
Right.
And then he breaks down. She's like, Mark, what's the matter? And he's crying. He's like, and he looks at her. She's like, Mark, what's the matter? And she comes up and she hugs him. And he looks at her more and he's like, it's you. You came back. And then she's like, I'm always here, honey. And he's like, I knew you would. And she goes, oh, and he's crying even harder. He's like, I knew you'd come back. Great actor. I'm sure I'm sure directors saw that scene and they were like, this kid's got, like, right. You know what I mean? Like, if you were a director back then seeing that young kid, you would be like, this kid's got some chops already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's fucking hot too. I'm
Right.
sure
That's
also
the
a thing.
next thing. That's what's thought.
That's what you thought.
Yeah,
That's what you
yeah,
thought because
yeah.
you're a fucking pedophile.
Yeah,
son.
you're like,
I literally
yeah.
thought about like, no, if you're a director who watches stuff, you're like, this kid might be a kid.
Yeah.
This kid might be a guy.
Right.
But you, of course, want to just fuck him.
Right.
Anyway.
Hey, this is Hollywood in the 90s, baby. Shit's dirty.
He's hugging and he's holding her.
Mm-hmm.
Camera pans up. Macaulay Culkin's just watching.
Jesus.
What? Will you relax?
Jesus. Oh my God.
So he's playing with Macaulay's little sister the next day, and they're doing a puzzle, right? And then Henry's like, "Come on, Mark, let's go play." And the little sister wants to go, and he's like, "No, hell, you can't go play with us." And she gets all mad, and then Frodo's like, "I'll play with you later, don't worry." And they leave, right? So outside, they're out back, and they're playing war, right? And they're pretending like they're playing war, and he's got his crossbow. And then Frodo's like, hit that sign. And he goes, negative. He goes, ooh, hit that tree over there. Negative. And then he sees the dog that was chasing him yesterday. And then he's like, starts lining it up. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he shoots. And you hear the dog go. Macaulay just smiles. Real big. Frodo, the camera, because they show Macaulay, who can act as well, bro. This nigga acting.
Yeah.
And then camera pans over to Frodo, and of course he is, as any 12-year-old would be, where you're like, what the fuck? Okay. And then Macaulay looks at him, he sees he's freaked out.
And then Macaulay made this crossbow.
Yeah.
He's dark Kevin McAllister in this one.
Who's Kevin McAllister?
His character from Home Alone.
Yeah, he is.
He's just dark.
Oh, he's the nigga from Home Alone in this. He's legitimately the nigga from Home Alone. Yeah. Other than, whoa, they take a twist with it.
Yeah, it's like a more realistic.
Way more realistic.
A dark.
Who that kid really was.
Yeah. Yeah, because those robbers died. There's no way
yeah.
he survived any of that.
Nope. Those robbers deserved it. That dog, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he looks at him, he sees he's freaked out, and he's like, I was only trying to scare him. Right? And then they go and they grab the body and they put it in a bag.
Jesus.
And then they throw it down a well. Mm-hmm. The well.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting that no one talks about this. Even if it was bad.
It's crazy, right?
Right? Even if it was bad, I would have,
I've seen this movie so many times, bro. Because it was always on TV. I saw this on TV as a kid.
Why does no one talk about this?
As a kid, I saw this when I was like maybe, nigga, 10, 8, 9.
What channel?
It scared the fuck out of me. I don't remember. It was just on TV.
Okay.
Yeah. But I saw it as a young kid. And it was like, what is this, bro? Because I was seeing a kid that was like my age do all this shit. So it was like.
And then you see a kid your age like.
Scared as fuck.
Pretty much, this is going to become a cat and mouse thing.
So, So he dumped the body down, and then as the body falls, the Macaulay Culkin just goes like a war, and Frodo leaves, right? Like what the? And then Mark's like, "Oh, come on, where's your sense of humor?" Right? And so they go home, and Frodo's fucked up about it, right? But he doesn't really say anything. So, he's talking to Susan the next day, and then Henry walks up and he's like, "Hey, Mark, I got something to show you." What? And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, just come here. I got something to show you." And he's like, the mom's like, "What are you guys up to?" And he's like, "Top secret." And he takes Mark with him, right? And then he takes him out to the shed. And he's like, "Mark, I'm sorry about the dog. Okay, it was an accident." And Mark's like, "Okay." He's like, "I wouldn't do anything like that on purpose, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, I want you to meet someone." And then he pulls out this thing, and it's like a fake human he's created. You know what I'm saying? Looks like a person. And he goes, "It's someone special." He's like, "I call this guy Mr. Highway." He goes, "Really?" He's got like in a fake suit and his face is all drawn on. And he shows him, he's like, "I want to do something amazing with him, but I'm going to need your help." He's like, "Come on, you help me?" And he's like, "Cool." He's like, "Cool, yeah."
Yeah. Okay.
So they pick him up and they take off and they're going off with this fake man and they put him on a bridge, right? And then they're looking at each other and Frodo's looking at him and he's like, Macaulay starts going, "Oh, poor Mr. Highway, thinking of the end. He's had enough of his terrible life. Say goodbye." And Frodo's like, no. And he throws him over and, bro, he causes a 30-car pileup on a major highway. I'm talking about like people would have been fucking maybe dead after this shit. And he's just watching it like this. And Frodo's just like, you know what I mean? Full on like can't breathe. And then they take off running, right?
All right.
And then Frodo's freaked the fuck out even more. And then
Macaulay Culkin, I like this.
They see police coming. Yo, Macaulay Culkin's turned up, nigga.
Yeah, I like this.
They see police coming.
You went
Macaulay's
0
"Come
to
on."
60.
They cut into the woods. They take off running, and then they hide. And then he's like, and Frodo's to himself, he's like, I didn't know. How could you do that? He's like, be quiet. He's like, did you know? Do you know what you did? You just killed people. And then Macaulay goes, yeah, but with your help. He goes, what? He goes, I feel sorry for you, man. You don't know how to have fun. And Mark's like, what?
What a great line.
He's like, you're always scared. You're scared all the time. He's like, me, I found out. I realized how to have fun. Once you realize you can do anything, you're free. You can fly. Remember in the beginning? He's
all
like,
right.
Mark, don't be afraid to fly.
New theory, real quick. This kid gets cornered by Macaulay, but Dog Mom saves the day.
The dog is dead, bro.
Not actual the dog there, but whatever this movie's version of Dog Mom is, saves the day. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my guess. Continue.
Probably dog dad, but okay. If we had to,
Or his. What do you mean? Dog dad. No, I'm saying like whatever vehicle this movie is like. This is his mom.
You'll see. So I can't believe you missed that. So they go home, and because he's like, man, you're sick, and they walk home, but they don't speak to each other. And then the mom's watching on the news with the daughter as they're playing, and they're talking like obviously that on the news.
Right.
Okay. And Frodo walks up, like goes up to the dad's room, like he's about to go up and open the door and talk to him. And then right then Macaulay walks up and he's like, what are you gonna do? Go tell him? You gonna go tell him me? And he's looking at him. He's like, we both go well. And then he's like, I'll just tell him you did it. And we did it, whoop-de-whoop, and you did it. You made me do it because your mom died and you're going through all this stuff and you're going crazy. What if I say that? And he's looking at him. He's like, come on, let's go tell. That's what you're going to do, right? You're going to go tell? And he doesn't say it. And Mark's like getting really even more nervous. He's like, Dad, Mark has something to say to you. And he pushes him in, and then Mark just runs off. He's like, oh, what's going on? And then he's like, I don't know. He's just acting weird. And then he walks off. And then now Elijah's in the room like, also imagine just being a 12-year-old and being like, I don't know, this dude is smarter than me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not thinking chess.
Yeah,
I'm not even thinking checkers, nigga. I'm not thinking about anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my dead mom, and this guy is like
30 moves ahead.
Yeah, this guy's like, whoa, he is blowing you out right now. It's not even close. You don't even know where to start.
This is the Warriors versus everyone else and all the other finals that I didn't mention.
This is a blowout right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta channel your inner LeBron, Elijah. You gotta come back. You gotta come back
hard. Because this nigga is smart.
Yeah, you gotta block him on the boards game 7. You gotta find a way.
Come on, baby. So Henry comes in the room and he's bothering him, right? And then he's just like, come on, leave me alone, man. And then right then the little sister comes in. And he's like, what did I tell you about coming to my room? She's like, I'm sorry, but I just thought the door was open. He's like, what did I tell you? And he walks up and he grabs her by the ears and he starts twisting her ears real hard. She's like, ah! He's like, really twisting. He's like, you can't come in here. You're not supposed to come in here. This is my room. And then right then fucking Mark, bam, hits him against the wall. And he's like, this is my room too now. You know that, right? He's like, she can't come in. And then they start tussling, and the sister goes like, they're fighting. And then right then the mom comes in. She's like, what's going on in here? And they stop. He goes, we were just playing, right, Mark? Mark's like, yeah, we were just playing. She's like, all right, well, I don't like that kind of play, boys. Keep it light, And then she walks off. And they just look at each other. So the next day, he goes to the playground. Frodo goes to the playground with the homeboy's little sister, and they're just playing, having a good time. And the therapist comes up to talk to him, right? And she's like, she's trying to talk to him about the mom. He doesn't say anything. He just goes, Dr. Davenport, what makes people evil? And she's like, oh, I don't believe in evil, which says all this doctor shit. And then she's like, there's a reason for everything. We just have to find it out. We just have to find out why, which is smart.
Right.
And then he goes, he goes, okay. And then she goes, do you think you're evil, Mark? And he doesn't say anything. And she goes, because that's not true. You have nothing to do with your mom. And he gets up. He goes, what if a boy did terrible things because he just liked it? Is he evil? And she goes, honey, I told you, I don't believe in evil. And he looks at her. He's like, you should. And he walks off. I'm telling you, bro, whoever the director, I'm telling you, nigga, Peter Jackson was like, I'm going to use this fucking kid. I don't know when. I don't know how.
What a fucking baller
I'm going to use this
line.
kid. You fucking should, bitch.
Yeah.
Because hey, have you ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer or nigga? What you mean? Fucking Genghis Khan, bitch? Yeah, some niggas suck.
Yeah, but that's also like, man, she's gonna be like, dude, is this kid evil?
Yeah, she would think he's evil. But I feel him and he's like, bitch, I've seen some shit.
Yeah, already. I've seen some crazy shit. I've seen things die already. Jesus. How are you gonna ramp up from a 30-car crash?
30-car crash, motherfucking dog. Like, just seeing a dog get shot in the head, you'd be like, man, fuck that. And you threw the body down a well. That's some shit. You're like, man, I can't believe I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm fucking a part. And this dude's, and you're so scared because the kid's so much smarter than you.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And
like, just playing these mental mind games with you.
You live in the same house.
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't want to. You don't want to play, and he's playing already, so you have no choice.
Yeah, you're a game. You're on the board.
Yeah, you're on the board. You're on Jumanji, nigga. It's like you got to finish the game because he's playing.
Yeah. I wonder if this got higher than a 54 or 62% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So, we'll see later.
Yeah.
Mark's dad, he calls and he's asking for his son. Right? He wants to talk to him. Henry answers the phone though. And he's like, oh, he's not here right now, even though Mark's just like, he's looking right at him, right? You know, like outside. He's like, oh, but I'll tell him you called him. He's like, okay, good to see you. Good to talk to you, Henry. He's like, oh, good to talk to you too, Uncle Jack. And he hangs up. So at dinner, Henry asks if Mark can move into Richard's old room so he can have his own room. You know, and then Mark kind of looks at him like, what are you doing? Right? Like, what? I didn't say it, like, what? Right. You know? And then right then, the dad goes, oh, that's not a bad idea. We can, maybe move, make Richard. Like, no. The mom's like, well, shouldn't say no, but she's just like, well, I don't think we're all ready for that. And then the dad's like, I think we are. And then Mark's like, it's fine, I don't need to. And then the dad's like, oh, it's okay, Mark. If you want he's not listening because they're just, and Henry's just like, you can tell it's like, well, this kid is an evil genius, bro.
Yeah.
He knew what to bring up that would be like, oh, this isn't even about you. I'm just going to get them to go. Right. And it's still going to get what I want, and you don't get to say shit. Because I know what's going to get them to go. Because I'm sure that he's probably heard the parents argue about changing the room.
Right.
Probably been 2 or 3 years. And then as the dad, you're like, I want the room to change. But the mom's like, I don't want the room to change. And I can imagine that argument as after your kid died.
Yeah. And your other kid just started it. And most likely now has murdered your other child.
You don't know that. That you don't know.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But I think that happens.
So, the parents are arguing. Mark's saying it's fine, but the parents keep arguing. Right. And then he's like, honey, you need to face it. And she's like, face it? I face it. I face it every day. Now I feel, because she's like, hey, don't tell me about thinking about this shit.
Right.
Motherfucker. She's like, you're the one who forgot. And you can tell, and I'm on the dad's side because the dad's not forgot. You can tell the dad's just like, hey, man, I'm not trying to live like this anymore.
I'm trying to move forward somehow.
Jesus Christ, this is killing me.
Right.
Can't imagine, dude.
Right.
So she leaves crying. It's like, Susan. And then, Henry's just smiling.
Weird.
So Henry goes upstairs and he's watching his mom just cry in his little brother's room. And he walks in, he's like, don't cry, Mom. And then she's like, oh, honey. And then she holds his hand, and he just holds his hand while she just cries. So the next night, the parents are going out, and they're like, oh, we're going to go out and have dinner. The restaurant number's on the phone. You boys are old enough. They're, both 12 years old. You can babysit your sister. We'll only be gone like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Right. Be right back, And, and then Mark's like, please don't go. And then like, oh, Mark, we'll be right back. It'll be fine. They go. And then right then the little sister goes, let's play hide and seek. And then she takes off running, right? He's like, no, Connie. And then Macaulay goes, you better find her first. And he starts looking for her. And Henry's like, Mark's like, no. And then Henry cuts off all the lights in the house. House is now pitch black. Frodo's running around looking at fire. It's scary as fuck now, bro. It's a big ass house. And he's looking for her. And then right then he opens up the door, and Henry, Macaulay Culkin shines like gigantic like traffic light in his face. And he's like, no, fair, come on, that's not fair. And he can't see. And then he cuts the lights off, and he's like, what do you think this is? You think this is a game? And then he takes off running.
Jesus Christ. So far, though, talk about some A+ lines from Macaulay Culkin.
Dude.
There's A+ lines in this.
There's good actors. There's good acting in it.
A+ lines.
I wonder how much of the writers actually wrote it compared to how much they let these star kids.
Okay.
Especially one who's already a huge box office star at this point.
Okay.
Macaulay's Macaulay at this point. 93, because the first Home Alone comes out in
94, right?
I thought it came out in 92. I thought it came out right before this. Oh. That's why they made this, I thought. Or maybe these niggas shined in this and people were like, oh, we gotta... Yeah. These kids
let's take that same serial killer, but see the lighter side of him. That was the pitch to Joe Pesci, and he was like, "I'm in.
I'm in. I'll do it.
I'm in." Yeah.
This kid, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this is
we see Henry finally finds her first, right? And he hears her screaming,
way
and he
heavy.
runs up. Mark runs upstairs, and he's just tickling her. And she's like, "Oh, Henry," and he's tickling her. And then Frodo doesn't trust him, right? And then he goes, "Connie, come on, come hang out with me." And she's like, "Oh, I thought we want to play again." She's like, "Come on, I'll read you a story." And she's like, "Ooh." And then she runs off with him, right? And they kind of look at each other. And then Henry comes in, and she's asleep now. Like after he's closing up, he's about to leave, and he goes, "You really think I'd hurt her?" And then all calm, like he's all calm. And then Frodo looks at him and goes, "Yes." And Macaulay just kind of smiles and he walks past him.
what is this heat? What's happening? Why is this?
These 12-year-olds are fucking mental.
Yeah,
This is fucking,
they're facing off.
this is
Two
heat.
child actors are
This is heat,
facing
bro.
off.
This is two child. And how are they? It's crazy that both these niggas end up being like two of the most famous. They're so famous.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. What is it? Jesus. Yeah. What? This is a lot.
So the next morning, Frodo, he's listening to.
Oh yeah, it's Frodo too.
Yeah, it's Frodo, nigga.
Yeah, it's Frodo and the Home Alone kid.
These are the most famous people that have ever been in franchises.
Oh Jesus. This is
So-
this is so heavy.
Frodo's listening to the parents argue about the Richard situation in the room, right? And the mom's still blaming herself. It was her fault. And he's like, "Honey, you got to stop doing that." And she's like, "It's my fault. Like, you drowned in the tub. It's my fault." Frodo hears this, and then the dad's like, where's Connie, by the way, and Henry?" And he's like, "Oh, Henry took Connie ice skating at Miller's Pond." And Mark hears that, and he goes, and he takes off running after her. And he runs, and he gets all the way to the pond, and he's like, "Connie!" And he's running on the ice with his feet, like with his shoes on. "Connie!" And he sees Henry, and Henry's just spinning her really fast. And he's spinning her, and then finally he slings her really hard. He lets her go, and she goes right into all the way into, like, they have this roped off area, and she goes right under it, into the thin ice. And then he's just looking at her, and he's like, "Connie, Connie!" And then she stands up, and right when she stands up, she just goes right in. And Henry's just looking, and then he's like, "No!" And then he's like, and of course, everybody's panicking. "Oh, girl just fell through the ice!" And everybody runs up, and now Frodo's just trying to get through it. He can't, And then Henry, he's already there, and like the sister's like, "Help, Henry!" And he goes up to her, and he crawls, and he pulls his hand out, and he puts his hand over her like this, calm face, over her like this, and she's reaching for it, and he's just kind of not letting her grab it. Henry! And then finally, bro, she loses strength, and he just holds it out like that, and then she fucking goes under. And then she's like, under ice. Now you're under the ice.
Yeah.
So now these other, now people come out there with axes and shit,
Right.
and they fucking and they fucking break through, and they pull her up, and she's out. And Henry's just watching, no emotion on his face. Frodo's just like, right? Cut to, they're in the hospital. The mom's running in. Wallace! That's her husband's name. He's like, she's okay. And then she runs in. She's like, she's okay. They pulled her out in time. It's okay. She's out right now, but still okay. And then she's like, oh my God. I can't imagine. You've already lost it. Jesus Christ.
Drowning.
2 to drowning?
Yeah. Also, I would not take my kids unsupervised to a place with thin ice.
Well, she let her brother take her.
Yeah.
But when you go there, bro, it's supervised.
Okay.
There's 1 million people there. No, there's it's the whole, you can't get the whole, it's the whole town. It's literally the whole town is there.
Okay. He was just able to do it without anyone seeing?
No, he's spinning her around. It just looked, he made it look like, it'd be very, the story would, he's a G, bro. They're just spinning. They're spinning really fast. He just timed it. And he could just be like, she just slipped through. Who's not going to believe him?
You're right. He's a kid. God damn.
This kid's fucking...
How the fuck? Elijah's not even like a step closer to beating him.
No. God, no.
What the fuck?
He's nowhere. He's farther behind.
Yeah. But this movie's only an hour 27, so, bro, he's got a lot of ground to cover pretty quickly. You know what I mean?
I feel like he covers it, possibly, but if he doesn't...
Whoa. If he doesn't, I didn't even think that was a possibility.
I can't believe you're still acting like this is a Disney movie. That's why I didn't answer that question.
Oh, yeah, huh? Yeah. This is definitely not Disney.
Nah, nigga. This is Paramount with some shit. So, Frodo, he goes to the mom's looking point. He knows that's where that's where she's gonna be the next day. She's crying, and she turns and she sees him. She's like, "Oh, Mark," and then he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry about Connie." He's like, "Oh," she's like, "Just thank God she's okay." He goes, "I have something to tell you." He's like, "And I'm not sure how to say this. I wasn't close. I was, I don't know. She's like, what? He's like, at the pond. I don't think it was an accident. She's like, what? He's like, the ice. He's like, she's like, the ice was too thin. And he goes, yeah, but Henry was spinning her around way too fast. And then he let her go. And he threw her towards the ice, the thin ice.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Mark, what are you saying? And then he goes, Henry says he hates her. He wants to kill her. She's like, what are you telling me? And then he's like, you don't know who he is. He tried to kill her, and and then she just slaps him. Whack! She's like, do you know what you're saying? Don't you ever say that. Don't you ever say that about him. He is a little boy. That's my little boy. You can't say things like that, Mark.
Yeah, dude, you can't go up the chain of command.
How did you think that was going to go?
Yeah, it's a classic mistake.
Literally, classic mistake.
Classic mistake.
I feel him so much on this one. So she storms off, right?
Right.
And he's just like, she's like, come on, we're going back. So Henry, he's staring at his little sister.
Right.
She's in bed, and he's thinking about suffocating her. He grabs the pillow, and he's looking at it. He just has it in his hand. And then right then the mom comes in, and she's like, Henry? She's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, hey, Mom. Oh, Dad brought me to the hospital. We'll do. And then he goes, when does she wake up? And he goes, oh, soon. He goes, yeah? He's like, yeah, but the doctor says she probably won't even remember what happened. And he's like, oh, well, that's good. I'm sure it was traumatizing. And she's like, yeah, I know. I'm so sorry about that. And then she goes, Henry, what did happen? I know we asked you before, but just tell me again. And then he goes, oh, it was an accident. And, whoop de whoop. And then he goes, but, oh, God, Mom, now I really realize how much she means to me. And he, starts, getting all sad. And then he's like, I'm going to go back with Dad. Dad's still waiting on me. She's like, okay. And he leaves.
Okay. But the first seed of doubt, I like this.
So the next day,
the mom's like, oh, something's up.
Mark calls his dad.
Yeah.
Right? And his actual dad. And he's telling him everything about Henry. People think he's a great kid, but he's evil. He killed a dog. And yesterday he tried to kill Connie. And what he did on the freeway, he's like, whoa, Mark, is Susan there or Wallace? Have you told them? He's like, they don't believe me. I promise you they won't believe me. He's like, well, have you told your doctor, Dr. Davenport? And he's like, she's like, she's just going to think I'm screwed up, Dad. I promise. Nobody believes me. He's like, okay, son, I'm coming home. I'll be there soon. Hurry, Dad. Okay, hurry. He's like, okay. He hangs up with him. He goes to the doctor lady for his appointment. Henry is there. Macaulay Culkin's already there. And he's looking at him all crazy. And he's like, oh, come in, Mark. We got to talk. And she's like, come on, Mark. And she's like, Mark, Henry's been here and he's telling me a lot of stuff. I think we should all sit down and talk. He's like, come on in, Mark. He's like, come on, Henry. Mark, come on. And then he's like, and he runs away. He just runs away. And then Henry just tells the doctor everything that Mark's been doing, which is what he's been doing. All right? And the doctor's like, of course, like, oh my God, this little boy is a monster.
Fuck.
So at the treehouse, yeah, bro, so you ready for this? You ready for this ending, nigga? Because let me tell you something, you're not. At the treehouse, our boy Mark is sitting. Frodo's just hanging out by himself.
Right.
Henry comes up.
Oh, God.
And he goes, hey, you better stop saying all these lies about me. And Mark looks at him. And he goes, they're going to find out about you. And he goes, who's they? He goes, your mom and everybody. And he goes, you think that's your mom? You think she loves you? He goes, yeah, she is. She is my mom. He goes, your mom's maggot food. That's who your mom is. He goes, my mom said she'll always be with me no matter what. And he leaves. And he goes, he brushes past him and he starts climbing down to leave. And then Macaulay looks over and goes, hey, Mark. And Elijah looks up. Don't fuck with me. And Elijah's like, and then he climbs down real slow, just looking at each other. And he says, fuck with me, bro. And he says that shit. Macaulay Culkin, 12-year-old Macaulay Culkin, I don't know how he got there as an actor. I don't know where, but he was there.
That's horrifying.
Don't fuck with me. Because also, clearly don't fuck with this kid.
What is happening in this movie?
Kid's fucking Cartman, dude.
This kid is like, yeah, it's like real Cartman.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like, the next thing he does is kill his dad and feed it to him in Chile.
Feed it to him, his mom in Chile.
Yeah.
And sings.
Oh, God.
So.
Oh, man. I remember when I thought this movie was going to be lighthearted.
So Henry,
It wasn't that far ago. It wasn't that long ago.
I don't know, right? Frodo wakes in the middle of the night and Henry's gone. And he's like, oh, he panics. And he goes and he checks on Connie and she's still in her room. She's okay. And then he goes downstairs and he goes to open the fridge. And then right when he does, Henry walks in behind him and he starts messing with him. And he says something to make him think he poisoned all the food.
Right.
And Frodo's like, and he starts throwing it all away, right? And then Mark goes upstairs and he goes, Mom, come quick. It's Mark. I don't know what he's doing down there. And the parents run down, and Mark is he's throwing everything away. So, of course, they're like, Mark, what are you doing? And they grab him. He's like, he's trying to poison you. He's trying to poison you. And he's like, Mark. And the dad's like, what is going on? And they're trying to restrain him, and he's just screaming. He's trying to throw it. They're like, stop. And they put him in Richard's room. And they're like, now they're just trying to talk to him. They're like, Mark, what's going on? And they're like, you got to tell us what's going on. He's like, he's trying to hurt you. And they're like, Mark, you can't say things like that. What's going on? You got to tell us what's really going on, And then he's like, he doesn't say anything. And they close the door. And then the mom goes to leave. And then she turns around and Henry's up and he's just smiling. And he's watching it all go down. She goes, Henry, go to bed. And he's like, he just backs away. She's like, so the next day, the mom goes to the shed where he always goes to hang out, right?
Right.
And she walks in. Now, this is the only part of the movie. I mean, the movie, of course, has a lot of things.
Right.
But this is the part of the movie where I also was taken out of it. I was taken aback for a second. Because she walks into this shed.
Right.
The first thing she sees, the first thing you see,
Okay.
is a little girl doll hanging on a noose. It's the first thing you see. And I swear to God, Hassan, this mom goes and walks right by it. This bitch moves it out her way as she looks for a clue.
Hey, I'm glad your kid's around then. What? I didn't miss that.
Hey.
And then she look around the shed and it's like clearly serial killer stuff and she just can't find shit.
Oh yeah, she's looking around. I mean, everything is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And bro, the first thing you see is a giant doll. Like the doll's like maybe 2 feet tall, nigga.
Oh shit, it's not like a Barbie.
No, I'm talking about a doll, nigga, like 2 feet tall. One of these motherfuckers. And the mom's just like, what's in here?
What is this kid like?
Yeah. So she keeps seeing it. It's just fucking clear serial killer shit going on.
Hey, also, if your kid has a shed, check that shed.
Check that. Clearly be a better mom.
Yeah.
Clearly be a better mom.
Kid has a shed?
Clearly be a better mom, dude.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
So she's peeking through stuff, and then she knocks down something, and a rubber ducky falls down.
Okay.
She looks at it, and her eyes get real big, and she gets choked up immediately. She almost starts crying. Mom, what are you doing here? She turns around. Homeboy's got his little crossbow. He's walking in. He's looking at his mom like, what the fuck are you doing in my shed?
Right, which you shouldn't have that feeling at 12.
And then she goes, I was just looking around. He goes, huh? I thought that was a bet. I was like, this nigga can act, bro. Just well, that's what you were doing? Huh? Oh, you were looking around. Were you, Mom? The fuck were you looking at, bitch? Because he said all that without saying it. And I was like, bro, this kid can act.
He's gonna fucking kill his goddamn mom, isn't he?
So the mom goes, Henry, if something was wrong, would you tell me? What do you mean, Mom? Honey, kids do things. What kind of things?
Run, bitch, run.
She goes, kids do things we feel. She's like, people do things that we feel bad about. He goes, I don't feel bad about anything. Calm, just like that. I don't feel bad about anything.
Bitch, run.
And then she holds up the duck. She goes, look what I found. And he looks at her. He starts getting mad. He goes, where'd you get that? And she goes, Mom. Now the mom gets mad. She goes, you know where I got it. He doesn't say anything. She goes, you know I couldn't find this after Richard's accident. You know this is all I was looking for. You know that. She starts really breaking. She's like, you had this all this time? You can tell, I like how they said, like, ooh. Because, like, mom wouldn't, like, oh, I can't imagine. She probably tore the house upside down looking for that shit.
Right.
She's like, nigga, you had this. You had this. And then he goes, this is what this nigga says. It was mine before it was his. As a mom, I throw up. I throw up probably, bro. Do you not like, oh, fuck.
I think that's
Right there.
That's when we're like, oh shit, my son killed my other son.
Right there. Do you need any other clues? That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Mom.
But she's like, well, at least you're the good son.
The mom goes, but honey, you knew I was looking for this. How did you get it, Henry? And then he doesn't say anything. And she goes, how? And he goes, I just took it. I'm sorry, Mom. I wanted something to remember Richard by. That's all. And he goes, can I have it back, please? And she goes, no. No, you can't have. And he goes, but it's mine. Give it to me. And he runs at her. And she's like, Henry. And he fucking starts wrestling her for it. He's like, Henry. He's like, ah. And he fucking gets it out of her hand. She's like, Henry. And he takes off running out the shed. Henry. And he goes and he runs all the way to the well. And then he fucking throws the duck down the well. And he's like, and he calms down. This kid's got some fucking issues, man.
No, really? He seemed well-adjusted to me, huh? He seemed really well-adjusted. He was like, wow, I can't believe you're telling me this boring story about a normal guy.
Bro, the mom goes to her thinking spot, heartbroken. Just shredded, obviously.
Right.
Henry that night, he's crying. And Mark walks in the room. And he asks, he's like, well, Mark's like, what the fuck? And he asked Mark, he's like, Mark, did you cry at your mom's funeral? And he's wiping his tears away. And then Mark goes, no, I didn't. Why? And he goes, I figured you would. And then he starts talking about his mom, right? But he's talking about her in a bad way. And he goes, but he's like, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. She's your mom now, huh? Remember? That's what you said. It's our mom. And then he starts saying, he's like, but man, maybe she won't be around much longer anyway. Who knows? And then right then, Mark grabs a pair of scissors and he puts it to his neck. And he goes, I'll kill you. And then Macaulay Culkin goes, do it. Jam it in. Squirt blood across the room. Yo, even though I have the upper hand, I'm the one with the knife to his throat.
No, you lost the upper hand.
do not have the upper hand.
You lost the upper hand.
I didn't know I was fighting the Joker.
The guy called your bluff. He's like, I don't care if I die.
So now what?
That's the most powerful position to take in any kind of fight. If you truly don't care that you're gonna die.
To 100%, like 100% agree.
Yeah, like 100%. Believe you're not gonna die. That's the most powerful position to be in anything.
Yeah.
In a fight, in a sales call.
Yeah, definitely on a sales call. Definitely on a sales call. So right then,
right.
The dad opens the door and he goes, hey! And he runs up and he grabs Mark and he goes, Dad, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to kill me. And he grabs Mark and he's like, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? He goes, Uncle Wallace. And then he goes and he locks him in a room.
Right.
Right? And he goes, you stay in here. What's going on? Like, because obviously, the dad, I would be like,
right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Walked in, this kid was about to kill my son.
Right. This kid I don't know.
Yeah, Jesus. Mm-hmm. So he's in the locked room, Frodo, and he's looking out the window, and Susan comes back from, she's coming in. Right. And then she sees Henry walk out, and he goes, Susan! He's trying to get her attention, right? And then Henry goes, Mom, I'm sorry about what happened. She was like, that's not enough. We need to talk, Henry. We need to have a real talk about what's going on. And he goes, okay, baby, can we go for a walk like we used to when I was little? She's like, okay, let's go for a walk. She holds his hand, they start walking. Frodo's like, no! And then he takes a chair and he breaks the window and he goes to chase, and the dad grabs him. He's like, what are you doing, Mark? Just calm down, you gotta stop this. And the kid breaks loose and Mark goes running after him, okay? So the mom, she stops and she looks at Henry and she asks him, Henry, I need you to tell me the truth about what happened the night Richard died. He goes, Mom, I was downstairs playing. We'll do it. And he starts telling like the story that, she goes, Henry, don't lie to me. Stop, don't lie to me. Tell me, did you kill Richard? Macaulay goes, what if I did? The mom.
Bow, 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 bow.
The mom, of course, breaks down.
Bitch.
She goes, well, she's trying to breathe. She's like, we'll get you help. And then he goes, Mom, you're the one crying. Look like you need the help. She looks up and she goes, honey, you have to trust me. He goes, no, you're just going to send me away. Huh? You're going to send me to some place. She goes, no, Henry. He goes, I'd rather die, Mom. And he runs off. She goes, Henry. And she goes running after him, right? And she runs all the way to her spot on the cliff thinking he's going to be there, and he's not there. And she's looking for him. And he comes right behind her. He goes, looking for me, Mom? Thought I was going to jump? Guess you don't know me. And he pushes her off. And she goes, honey! And she grabs onto the cliff right at the last second.
Right.
And now she's dangling, right? And then he holds up a big fucking rock and he's about to smash her skull to death. And fucking Frodo, bam, tackles this nigga. And now they are fighting on a cliff. These two 12-year-olds are fighting on a cliff like how that nigga fought Gollum on a cliff.
Right.
I mean, same fight. Minus the ring. Same fight minus the ring interaction. You know what fight I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Like
Final fight.
in the volcano.
Yeah, in the volcano.
Yeah.
That situation.
Okay.
But imagine Samwise is hanging on a motherfucking...
Yeah. Okay.
So the mom is hanging. These two kids are fighting for their life, nigga.
Yeah.
Fighting. Homeboy's trying to smash his head in with a rock. Frodo's kind of missing him. He's dodging him. He's like, I'll kill you. Macaulay's like, I'll kill you. And he keeps almost bashing his head in, but he's missing, And then finally the mom climbs all the way back up. And then right as she does, she goes to run to grab him. And the boys roll off while they're fighting. And she fucking grabs both of them. One in one arm, one in the other. Okay? Off a cliff. I mean, 40 stories high. We're talking about a cliff. Okay? She's holding on, they're screaming. Both of them, they're screaming, right? And he's like, Mom, don't let me go. Frodo has one hand. He's holding on like this. And he can't reach with his other hand. Macaulay has two hands on her arm. Okay, on her other arm, like this. And then Macaulay keeps going, Mom, I need your other hand. Mom, I need your other hand. I love you. Mom, I love you. I need your other hand, please. But he's saying it like calmly.
Right.
And Frodo's like, he's just trying, and he can't, right? And he's slipping out. And she's like, honey, hold on. He's like, Mom, I love you. I need your other hand. And she's like, oh God, please don't do it. Mom, help. I need your other hand. And he's like, Henry. And she looks at him, and she's like, Mom. And then she closes her eyes, and she's like, Henry. She lets go of Macaulay Culkin. He's like, Mom! Grabs fucking Frodo. You see a 12-year-old boy's body fall and smash into rocks. They show a 12-year-old boy's dead body washed up on rocks until the water washes it away. And the mom just holds Frodo like this on top of the cliff. Voiceover. Henry is gone. The rest of us are safe. It's Elijah Wood. Late at night, I think about Susan. And if she had to do it over, would she make the same choice? I always wonder, but I'll never ask. The Good Son. How you feel, Doug?
What?
What you mean, what?
Oh, man. She caught one in each arm. And she let go of the bad one.
The bad son. Wow. Also, talk about a story that fucking dad is coming back to.
Yeah.
When he finds out his nephew's dead, A, that's the first thing he finds out. B, how he died.
Yeah.
C, his son was like, what?
Was being framed for murder.
He's like, I was gone 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wait. So my nephew tried to kill my sister-in-law.
He apparently killed my other nephew.
Yeah, but my son saved him. And then she chose him still? She chose my son still? That's pretty wild.
Well, no, she knows that her son...
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah, but, that's still not an easy choice to let your own son go.
No.
That's not an easy choice.
No, that's what makes the movie crazy. That's what seeing that movie as a kid, it made it crazy, bro. I couldn't believe... Because seeing that movie as a kid, you don't care about plot and all this other shit. They're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
You're just like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I can't believe... Wow. I was like, wow. My mouth was literally open. I couldn't react. That was my only reaction.
Wait till you see it.
You have to...
That's how... Remember when I said Sam was watching the movie like this?
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I gave you some clues.
Yeah. Wow.
The Good Son, bro.
Wow. How has nobody ever brought this up in conversation?
People should. They should talk about it way more. People should talk about this and then politics.
And we'll see you next week.
Hey, bro. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next
Beaners,
week.
we love you. Goddamn beans.